Well, it's that time of year again. Opera houses are beginning to reveal their upcoming seasons. San Francisco did a few weeks ago, showcasing The Monkey King, a brand new opera from Huang Ru with libretto by David Henry Hwang, based on the classic Journey to the West story. And the Met Opera just released theirs recently. Now, I know last year's reactions were a bit...
so freaking frustrated right now. Peter, what are you doing?
Something. But I think that's more my expectations were way too high. I came in post-pandemic seeing 10 streams a year, new operas getting showcased on video, and then being disappointed by one in an 8-stream season. I gotta adjust a bit. I gotta expect less from Peter Gelb and his crew. Of course, I'm gonna keep fighting for new opera to receive the spotlight, but I may have to remember something I said in an earlier video. New stuff costs more because of royalties. Old stuff is royalty-free and more cost-effective. And when you're in a donation-based business, well, you get the idea. So here we are again. Only this time I'm expecting disappointment. I can't guarantee I won't drop an F-bomb, but I'll at least prepare myself better for it.
You have the opportunity to do the funniest thing ever. Just saying.
As previously, we'll look at the full lineup in-house before predicting and viewing the live in HD schedule. And we start our look at the 18-opera season with Strauss's Arabella. This is a revival of the Otto Schenk production. Schenk passed away recently at the age of 94. His productions of Tannhäuser and De Meistersinger from Nuremberg are still in regular use by the Met, while productions of Rigoletto, Elektra, Don Pasquale, and The Ring Cycle, among others, are available to watch on demand. For the fact that Schenk passed recently, I think it's safe to pencil in this Rachel Willis Sorensen-led revival for Live in HD. Spoilers, this won't be the only time I use this reasoning for an opera production. Next is The Amazing Adventures of Cavalier and Clay, the first of the new productions, as well as the new operas, composed by Mason Bates, with libretto by Gene Shear. This opera, the second of Bates' career after the revolution of Steve Jobs, was commissioned by the Met back in 2018. I'm just going to read right off the Met's preview page for this. In this exhilarating new adaptation of Michael Chabon's Pulitzer Prize-winning novel, set shortly before the outbreak of the Second World War, two Jewish cousins invent an anti-fascist superhero and launch their own comic book series, hoping to recruit America into the fight against Nazism. Yeah, too many reasons not to put this in ink for Live in HD. Next! The Giordano classic André Chénier. It's a revival of the Nicolas Joël staging for this French Revolution opera. Piotr Bekchawa takes the role of Chénier and is joined by Sonia Yacheva and Igor Golovatenko. Yeah, it sounds like a Live in HD cast, plus it's been a while since the Gulagina Pavarotti-led production in '96. Next we have In-House.
You sure about that? You sure about that?
Carmen, another in-house, most likely. Can't be too careful with these predictions after last year. Not that there isn't any good casting. Igolette Machina and Isabel Leonard will split time as Carmen. Meanwhile, Michael Fabiano and Matthew Polenzani will take on Don Jose. You're in good hands, house crowd. Same for Don Giovanni. Federica Lombardi and Ben Bliss return as Donna Anna and Don Octavio, as will Adam Plechka as Laparello. Ryan Speedo Green and Kyle Kettleson will split time as Giovanni. Good times. Next, the revival of the Deborah Warner-directed Yevgeny Onegin. Let's see, Asmik Grigorina, Maria Barakova, Stephanie Blythe, Igor Golovatenko. Yeah, it's been done twice, but it would be at least 9 years since the last stream. I'll put this on the short list. La Fille de Régiment, a revival of the Laurent Pellet production with Aaron Morley and Lawrence Brownlee leading the way. Sounds like a great stream. If it had a Saturday matinee. Oh well. Enjoy the house show. Next, we've been expecting this one. Innocence, the last opera by the late great Kaya Sarajevo, with libretto by Sophie Oksanen. It's an unsettling story about trauma stemming from a school shooting. One family tries to find a new beginning as their son rots in jail, while another can't forget the lingering wounds of that day. Expect a mid-April stream as Maestro Susanna Malki leads a stellar cast, including Kathleen Kim and Rod Gilfrey as parents of the groom, Stephen Milling as the priest, and Joyce DiDonato as the grieving mother. Madama Butterfly, another house show, I think? I don't know. It would be only 2 years since the last stream, and big names do show up in house productions. But when you look at that March 14th matinee, yeah, that's a strong casting. I'll keep an eye on this one. Okay, let's cover some quick admin from them. We got a series of concerts from the Met Orchestra. Isabel Leonard, Aaron Morley, and Joyce DiDonato will be featured performers in these. We also have the Lafont Grand Finals concert in March featuring up-and-coming opera singers. And finally, the Magic Flute Holiday Presentation. Again, an abridged version of the Julie Taymor production featuring some of the Met's best. And for some channel admin, if you like this video, please be sure to hit the thumbs up. Always appreciated. Let's continue. Next, the revival of Porgy and Bess. This will star Brittany Renee as Bess, with Porgy played by Alfred Walker. Latonia Moore and Denise Graves will return to play Serena and Maria respectively, as will Frederick Ballantine as Sport and Life. Ryan Speedo Green will also star here as the abusive crown. A new production of Bellini's I Puritani from director Charles Edwards. Marco Armiliato conducts a cast of Lisette Oropeza, Lawrence Bronley, Christian Van Horn, and the returning Artur Rosensky. Hey, welcome back, man. Hope the back's doing okay. Next, another new production for Bellini, this time for La Sonnambula. I guess this means they're ditching the rehearsal room staging. Nadine Sierra continues running through the classic bel canto roles as she takes on the sleepwalking Amina in this production, directed by Rolando Villazon. The tenor? Cool!
Can't wait!
Next is another standard with La Traviata. Lisette Oropezzo, Amanda Woodbury, Rosa Fiola, and Erminella Jeho will each take a turn as the tragic Violetta. Luca Zalzi will also return as Giorgio Germont after performing in the role in 2022. Given the 3 matinees, never say never, but I won't be disappointed if it doesn't show. Tristan und Isolde, a new production as they ditch the modern navy for something that I don't get it. At the very least, this should be well performed. Michael Spires and Lisa Davidson will star as the titular lovers. Ekaterina Gubinova will reprise the role as Branganet. Ryan Speedo Green will take on the role of King Mark. But these preview images, it looks like those transitions from Austin Powers. I mean, maybe it'll make sense when we see the Yuval Sharon production take... Wait. Yuval Sharon? The artistic director at the Detroit Opera? Oh my god, you guys are in for something memorable. Maybe not good, but you will remember this. I mean, this was the guy that did this to the Valkyrie.
When the world finally collapsed under the weight of greed and lust for power, the gods set fire to this world.
I'm not saying it's gonna be good. What I am saying is, I'm here for the ride. Let's do this! Next, another standard in Turandot. Angela Mead and Ludmila Monastirska lead the Turandots. Meanwhile, we have Angel Blue and, apologies for the pronunciation, Masabane Cecilia Rangmanesha as Liu the slave girl. Honestly, there's good talent all around. I may be a bit upset if it's scheduled for live stream since they just did this in 2022, but seeing that they do this every few years, it's probably expected. Finally, the final new opera of the season is El Último Sueño de Frida y Diego, composed by Gabriela Lena Frank with libretto by Nilo Cruz. Frida Kahlo leaves the underworld on the Day of the Dead to reunite once more with Diego Rivera, in what the Met describes here as a reversal of the Orpheus and Eurydice myth. Isabel Leonard and Carlos Alvarez will take on the roles of Frida and Diego, with Nails Wanderer and Gabriela Reyes rounding out the main cast. Now it's time for Live in HD predictions before I react to what the Met has already scheduled. And to prepare myself for potential disappointment, I've got two lists. One is my ultimate wish list. The other is what my personal nightmare will look like. For the ultimate wish list, we start with Cavalier. Is it Cavalier or is it Cavalier? Whatever. We start with Cavalier and Clay on October 11th, the second of the La Sonnambula matinees on November 1st, Arabella on the 22nd, same month, and Andrea Chenier on December 13th to close out the calendar year. In 2026, I Puritani on January 10th, Porgy and Bess same month on the 24th, Tristan und Isolde after the ballet break on March 21st, Innocence on April 18th, Eugenia Onegin on May 9th, and finally Frida y Diego on the 30th, same month. But if you want to see what would drive me up the wall, here's the list for you. The first of the La Sonnambula matinees on October 18th, Carmen on November 29th, I Puritani on January 10th, Tristan and Isolde on March 21st, La Traviata on April 4th. Again, I love the opera, I just don't need another stream of this production. Turandot on April 23rd, and La Boheme on my birthday. Yay! I swear to God, if you live stream La Boheme on my birthday, I will
What? I'm just here for the show.
Namaste, namaste. Breathe in, release the anger. Breathe in, release the anger. Okay. We have the in-theater page up, and we're starting right here, right when this current season ends. Here we go. 2025-26 season. And we begin with Bellini, La Sonnambula. What the? Are you fucking kidding me? You paid to create the opera. Where is it? I have a fucking opera house trolling me right now. I swear. La Sonnambula, October 18th. The first of the matinees. I don't even need to. I didn't even see the title. I just saw Puccini. I know what that says. I hate you too, Peter. Okay. Let's get this over with. Boheme. Arabella on the 22nd of November. Andrea Chenier, December 13th. I Puritani on the 10th. Tristan and Isolde, March 21st. Eugenia Onegin, May 2nd. Frida y Diego. I was not expecting that one. Honestly, of the three new operas, Cavalier and Clay, Innocence, and Frida y Diego, that was the one I thought was not gonna make it. Like, I thought that was gonna be the one that's left out. What a weird schedule. Should I find it disappointing that the Met doesn't have the Anti-Fascist opera in their live in HD schedule? I mean, we've already have to worry about the Kennedy Center in the Capitol being more Goebbels-ish. Why is the Met not going the other way? I mean, you paid for this opera. You commissioned it. Right? I saw that right. You commissioned this. Yeah, commissioned by the Metropolitan Opera. You paid for this to be created. Why are you hiding it? Quick number checks on Bueller. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Cool. So who is it? Who's performing on my birthday? First name that came up, Carrie Lynn Wilson as the conductor. Should I be surprised? I should be more surprised. But no, you always have a knack for disappointing me, Peter. Okay, so 8 opera live in HD season. 7 of which I'll watch, because I'm not going to waste time on my birthday watching an opera I hate as part of a presentation we've done before, produced by not the greatest of people. So, thanks again for watching. Again, likes are always appreciated, as are subscribers. If you want to see more of me being disappointed at Peter Gelb, also leave a comment below letting me know what you're looking forward to next season. I'm looking forward to an opera that's 1.5 years away. I'll see you guys next time. Take care. And to prepare myself, now it's time for live in HD predictions before I react to what the Met already has scheduled. And to prepare myself for potential disappointment, this time I've got 2 lists. One is my ultimate wish list. The other I just burped through.